So one of the things I'll do as a peer reviewer is that I'll actually Google the title. You'd be surprised what comes up when you do that in terms of what has been done previously.
I think title of the paper is important because it reflects what you have done, what is your idea behind that article.
And the title has to be catchy, which I just want to add a bit, because the first thing an editor or a reviewer looks is your title. Your title should be in a way that it gives the complete gist of your entire paper. And I worked on electropolymerization, so definitely my title has to have the word electropolymerization.
And so very minor changes in the title can be highly consequential in terms of the storyline that needs to come through in the paper. And the title in that way can be very valuable in communicating just exactly what the article is about.
As far as the abstract for me has got to summarise the paper. I've got to finish reading the abstract and have some idea what I'm in for with the rest of the paper.
What question you're asking, what's unique about the study, and the importance of that study. And again, all within the context of what's been done previously.
The keywords are about trying to provide tags for researchers to find your article. So think about who you want to read your article. What is your target audience here?
So they have to be specific, but they also have to be a little bit broad enough for other people with who use slightly different terminology to also access the article.
And I also think you should try to maximize your keywords in your title by not doubling up words that you have potentially in your title with your keywords in your abstract. So thinking more broadly about what could pull up your paper through those search engines.
Some journals will have a set list of keywords, and so it's a matter of looking through the keywords they provide and finding the best matches. If it's free form with keywords, then I'd advise that you look at other papers in that journal that are in a similar topic area and see what keywords they use.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the role of abbreviations. And in a title, and even in abstracts, and certainly in keywords, don't use abbreviations because too many people don't know what that abbreviation means.
Those parts of publishing are so important. They will go into the system. That will be how people find your work.
Illustrations and figures are absolutely critical to a paper in my journal because a lot of the work we do is visual. When we look at a failed component, we need to be able to look at that failed component and see the things that the author is talking about. And I think graphs are critically important. You need to actually manipulate Excel to provide you with a graph which is going to explain things properly.
Figures that are not on the same page where I'm reading, I find that frustrating. I find equations where people don't define the symbols frustrating. I find graphs that don't have their axes labelled or they don't list the units. I find these frustrating. And as a reviewer, there's basically a tally of frustration.
You need to have very clear images. And when you present an image as part of the submission, I think you need to upload it in its full resolution. It is much better, I think, to leave the image in its full glory and let the editorial staff reduce that to the size which they feel is appropriate for the paper. Images need to be part of the story. They need to add to your story. So think very carefully about the images that you put in. They need to add to your argument.